What's up everyone, welcome back to Crystalline Part 3. If you guys enjoyed the last video, then please leave a like and watch this one too. And comment down below and subscribe for more anime. I'm sorry about my voice quality. My mic I've been using broke on me. Now I'm just using this old one. It's not as good, which I don't like at all. It's a really bad mic. But anyway, let's get into this. So, yeah. With one final nod, she leads the way out of the inn and back into town. The rest of the journey towards Lumia is peaceful yet uneventful. The penguin snoozes on my head for most of the way there. Lena frequently sneaks a peek at him and smiles to herself. Zack keeps to himself and continues to be in the lead for fierce lines spoken. By midday, I can see the stone buildings of Illumia. We make it through the city gates without incident. Unlike the quaint houses of Window Hill, village Illumia is both taller and grander. There's more noise as people fill the streets. Wow, it's big. Zack stares down a side street.
This is me.
I crane my neck and peer into an alcove.
It's a shortcut to the inn.
Lena nods.
Safe travels. Hopefully our paths will cross again.
Good luck at the Mage Academy.
He heads into the alley. Do you think we'll see him again? She shrugs.
Mercenaries have a way of just popping up. Let's keep moving. The Mage Academy is straight ahead, closer to the center of town.
She points to a looming tower with a high steeple. As we get closer, I see that below is attached to a castle, or the tower, sorry. Whoa, you studied here?
Yep.
It definitely looks prestigious. She notices my wonder.
What's your academy like?
The campus is a lot smaller. We don't have a big research facility either. But at least that means the class sizes are a lot smaller too, so we can get more individualized attention from our professors. Lena smiles frowningly.
Only those with a natural talent for magic are accepted into the Mage Academy. I learned everything I know about casting from my mentor here. Hopefully he's here today.
We begin making our way down the grand streets. Once we arrive at the academy, Lena pushes right through the wrought iron gates and leads me across the expansive quad. Students pass by in flocks, chatting animately. Each of them wears nearly identical long cloaks, differing only in color. Lena glances excitedly at a girl wearing a white cloak. Do you know her?
No, but we're in the same house.
What does that mean?
You can tell by her cloak. White means she's learning wind magic.
I pay more attention to the specific colors. There's white, red, blue, and green. I bet I can guess which color represents what. Wind is white, red is fire, blue is water, and green is earth. She grins.
You got it.
We walk past an enclosed field. A young man sporting a green cloak holds a book in one hand, and with his other hand, aims his manipulator straight ahead of him. His mouth is pressed in concentration, and beads of sweat line his forehead. After a few tense minutes, the earth rumbles beneath him, and torch spikes shoot out of the ground. That was awesome.
Come on!
Lena pulls on my arm, reverting my attention back to the task at hand. We enter the east wing of the castle and into an open foyer. There are only a scattering of students wandering these halls, and most are accompanied by an adult wearing long black robes. I assume they must be the professors. Lena scans each professor we pass as if looking for someone specific. She leads me up a winding staircase and grins when she spots an older man with graying hair. His robes are pleated with white stripes, and he carries a staff in one hand.
Professor Orin!
It turns out the sound of his name matches Leon's grin.
Liana, one of my best and brightest. What a pleasant surprise.
I like his voice acting. She smiles bashfully at the compliment.
It's great to see you again.
What brings you to the academy?
Actually, I'm here on official business. I'm sure you've heard of the random concentrations of magical energy by now.
Nods.
Well, I found someone who was directly impacted.
She gestures to me. I shift awkwardly as his gaze falls on me, although he looks intentionally at me like he senses
What
curiosity.
exactly do you mean by impacted?
I was investigating a report of unusual magic energy in Meadowhill, and it turns out the concentrated energy originated from him.
Professor Orion raises a skeptical eyebrow.
That level of energy would tear a human apart from the inside. Are you sure you weren't mistaken?
My manipulator read the energy level. Maybe we can use the Academy's equipment to scan him again.
Yes, let's do that.
Sweet, yay, we're getting somewhere. He motions for us to follow him, then turns down the hallway. We arrive at a spacious room. There's a large device on one end of the room, which is separated by a wall of glass. The device has two panels on the side which stretch up about 8 feet off the ground. On the other side of the room are a handful of professors. They constantly focus on their manipulators and what I assume to be magic tests, and every so often jot down notes. A couple of pingos openly roam about the room, mostly ignored by the people. If one wanders a little too close to a crystal, it soon chases it away. Otherwise, they leave each other to be. I thought you said pingos weren't really welcome in society. Lena looks fondly around the room. A luminescent smile on her face.
They aren't, but mages tend to like them. Pongos absorb residue energy on the mage from casting, which is surprisingly nice. Kind of feels like a gentle massage.
Professor Orion gives her a soft nudge.
Go ahead.
She nods and turns to me.
We're gonna take another scan of you now.
You're talking about that huge thing behind the glass, right?
Yeah, it looks intimidating, but it functions the same way as my manipulator.
Cool. Alright. One of the two students leads me to this device and has me stand between the two panels. There's a crystal mounted on top of each panel. As he closes the glass door behind him, the quiet mumbling of voices is muted in silence. A beam of soft light emits between the crystals and slowly descends towards my head, passing through my torso and disappearing at my feet. Once the light is gone, the same student lets me back into the room. Professor Orion looks grave, while Leona's mouth is pressed into a firm frown.
This can't be right. Maybe we should scan him again.
Leanna, the levels that you reported would have killed this young man.
Even so, how is it possible that this scan shows he has 0 magical energy?
He holds out her manipulator, and just as we'd first met, a pale light glows, unlike our initial meeting. As she holds her manipulator closer to me, the light remains unchanged. Lena's face falls. Professor Orion puts a comforting hand on her shoulder.
Had he just cast it? Perhaps it was magical residue which you had read. As you know, that tends to slowly leave the body after each magic use.
She shakes her head.
It was too high a reading to just be residue.
This sucks. Defend Leanna. Defend her. Last time Leanna used to scan the thing on me, that little glowy light was pulsing like crazy. Like it was almost flat-lined and was beeping so much. I seemed intrigued.
Then perhaps it was a faulty reading from your manipulator.
Perhaps. I can hear the skepticism in his voice. It seemed to be working fine before. Lena shakes her head as if asking me not to continue.
I should get back to my students, but I hope I get to see you again.
Professor Orion gives Leanna's shoulder one last comforting squeeze before he leaves. While our discussions had been taking place, I noticed the penguins would watch me with interest. Green one starts to gravitate towards me. Maybe it's interested in Leanna's magic, but then why does it look like it's heading towards me? I look down and see my wobbly blue friend at my feet. Hey, you're back. He bounces on the ground and fixes me with his wide smile. Suddenly he stops and stares at the green pingo, who blinks back at him. He hops towards it and grins. My pingo's eyes widen.
Poi.
So cute. green Pingo grins and hops away, and my Pingo follows it. I have no idea what just happened, but why do I feel all warm and fuzzy inside? As the Pingos run off, the professor in a weird chair rolls towards us. Although he's lost all of his hair, he doesn't seem as old as some of the others.
Leanna.
She doesn't bother containing her surprise.
Professor Xavier!
What am I thinking? He smiles at Leanna.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
Then he turns his attention to me. It's nice to meet you, sir.
You as well.
Professor, is there something I can help you with?
Leanna, how high was your original energy reading?
In the thousands.
Whoa. He creases his brow and ponders quietly.
Tell me, are you familiar with the theory of temporal rifts?
Leanna and I both shake our heads.
In the most basic sense, a temporal rift occurs when the fabric of the universe is torn. In the midst of this tear, there is a moment where the parallel worlds overlap.
Ooh. Leanna and I glance sharply at each other. Would it be possible to cross between these worlds?
It may be in theory, but it'd be very difficult. After all, that type of travel between worlds would require an immense amount of energy, an amount that no human would be able to manipulate and survive. That's why most elders have dismissed this as nonsense. But listening to all that's been said today, it coincides quite closely with this theory.
For the first time since we arrived at the school, I begin to feel a glimmer of hope. What more can you share about this theory?
Well, not much, I'm afraid. As I said, most consider it to be either nonsense or too inconsequential to waste their time on. Although there is one man who spent his life developing and researching this theory. He used to be an instructor of this academy.
Is he still in Illumia?
Unfortunately, he left many years ago in search of EMBERMYST.
Leanna pulses her lips.
The hidden city.
Nods. If it's hidden, I'm guessing it will be hard to find. Before we can respawn, a string with two long pigtails strides over.
Please allow me to accompany you on your quest.
Professor Xavier replies sternly.
Absolutely not.
Could you elaborate on your disapproval? This is an excellent opportunity to further my research and education.
This is not a Mage Academy-sponsored expedition, so there won't be mages around to protect you. It's a dangerous journey, especially given the fact that no one knows the location of EMBERMYST.
The girl stays silent, and I can practically see the cogs in her head spinning as she contemplates those words. Finally, she nods.
Understood.
As soon as she finishes speaking, she turns on her heel and walks away. What just happened?
Pay her no mind. That's just how she is.
Who is she?
That's Amelia Estelle, the university's prodigy. She's only a teenager, but already a mage caster, which means she can manipulate two different elements at the same time.
I flash her a great smile for automatically explaining what a mage caster is. I'm guessing mage casters are usually a little older than a teen. Annie grins.
Just a little. Most mage casters are in their 40s.
Whoa. Yeah. If I widen, she must really be something special then.
Anyway, thank you for all of your help, Professor.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to be more helpful, but I wish you the best of luck on your journey.
After saying goodbye, his wheelchair moves on its own and pushes him out of the room. Whoa. Did his wheelchair just move by himself?
Not quite. He's using wind magic to push it along.
The more I see magic in use, the more I wish I could use it.
What did you think of everything the professor said?
It sounds exactly like what happened to me. We should find this EMBERMYST city and talk to the professor there. She nods.
Unfortunately, no one knows how to get there.
I don't think we'll ever find it.
Let's stop by the inn. Since it's a hub for travelers from all over, there's bound to be someone who knows something.
That sounds like our best course of action. Once agreed, Lana leads the way out of the academy. I follow her through the twisting roads of Illumia. When asked why we were taking so many turns, she said she wanted to avoid the marketplace, which would be so crowded with people we wouldn't be able to walk through. Soon we reached the inn. The place is a lot larger than any other inn we've stayed at so far. Along with the smoothly crafted dining tables, there's a fireplace along the far wall with labor jars on the mantel. The place is fairly busy for this time of day, and only a couple of tables are open. Per usual, Lena speaks with the innkeeper. I see him to point towards a couple of the fireplace. When she returns, she drops the key in my hand.
Here's the key to your room. I figured we're going to be spending the night here.
I nod as I pocket my key.
The innkeeper doesn't know how to get to EMBERMYST, but he says that couple comes from the far desert. They might know.
Maybe we should split up. We can go and look around that way.
Good idea. I'll go talk to that couple first.
Okay. As Lena walks off, I survey the room. As the cure is alone in the corner. As the cure, I approach the pretty who had headed by the bar. Hey there. She smiles.
Hi.
Whoa. Are you looking to join a party?
I can be.
Sit down beside her. Have you been here long? She gives me a curious look.
Long enough to know that I haven't seen you before.
I'm just passing through.
Oh, where are you headed?
To EMBERMYST. Suddenly her smile drops. That's not the reaction I was expecting.
EMBERMYST doesn't exist.
I frown. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Alright, never mind. The smile drops again and she grabs her drink. She sways her hips as she walks and approaches the man who's drinking alone. For a luring smile returns as she sits down beside him and touches his hand. Wait a minute. Is she a consort? Let's pretend that didn't just happen. I asked the lone in the corner. The lone types usually travel the ward, don't they? Approach the man sitting alone in the far corner of the inn. His head is down as he nurses a tankard. Once I get close, I recognize him. Zach. That's funny. His head shoots up and he stares at me with his familiar strict eyes.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, you finished whatever it is you came here to do?
Yep.
Cool. He's still just as talkative as ever.
You finish up at the academy?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Mages usually are.
One of them told me about the city of EMBERMYST. Zach snorts.
Sending you on a wild goose chase, huh?
I guess that means you don't know where it is either.
Nope.
Well, it was worth a shot. Alright, well, it was good seeing you. Nods. Looks like I'm not having much luck. I wonder how Leanna is doing. Judging from her pouch, she had about as much as I did. We make our way to the bar.
Greetings.
What? Oh, like it's... Amelia waits for us by the bar, and I'm sorry to see her presses. Leanna looks just as shocked.
What are you doing here?
I've come to accompany you on your journey.
Professor Xavier made it very clear that you were to stay at the academy.
His logic is rational, but my presence and assistance is far more beneficial for you than it is for me to remain at the academy.
That's true. What assistance?
I am aware of the location of EMBERMYST.
How is that possible?
How I know is irrelevant.
Alright, if you know, then tell us what it is.
I will gladly impart this knowledge into you should you accept me as a travel companion.
But the academy won't let you go.
She shrugs.
If I cannot go, then I suppose neither can you.
Lena bites her lip. I can tell she's torn. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
I know, but she's her only lead.
Yeah, but it's worth the fear of the entire academy. Lena frowns.
I'm not happy about this either, but what else can we do?
We struck out when we tried to ask the Patron in the inn. Other than Amelia, I doubt we have anyone else who can lead us to EMBERMYST. Maybe I'm in the wrong and we should take her. Now I'm just confusing myself. I don't know. Lynn runs her hand through her hair as she thinks. She steals glances at Amelia who watches us with her eyes. Finally, Lena's expression softens and she nods.
Fine. You can come with us, but only on the condition that you let us bring extra protection.
That is a logical conclusion. I am not opposed to it.
All right. I'll see if I can find some mages last minute.
No!
What? Both Lena and I stare at Amelia.
Mages will alert the Academy of our proposal.
Oh, we could ask Zach, and then they wouldn't let us go.
Correct.
I suppose that makes sense. I guess the only other option is to hire a mercenary.
I've just wasn't mine. I'll leave the two of them to where Zack is.
Hey,
sitting.
Zack.
Looks up from his tankard, and if he's surprised, he doesn't show it.
I didn't expect to see you so soon.
Yeah, we were feeling a little bit of separation anxiety. To my surprise, Zack cracks a smile.
I'm actually here to do business.
Zack cocks his head slightly.
You have my attention.
We need protection for our newest companion.
She nods towards Amelia. Amelia stares at Zack. Gives her a once over.
Isn't she a mage?
Yes, but a student.
That is not an accurate description. I am...
Yeah, Elena glares at her.
A student.
While not untrue, I have fulfilled the necessary curriculum to be considered.
Amelia!
Leanna is clearly exasperated. Amelia cocks her head to the side and studies Amelia carelessly. Anyway, what we're trying to ask is, are you for hire and will you accept this job? Zack pauses and lets a long swig from his drink. Looks from to Leanna to Amelia, then pauses again. Finally nods.
Alright.
Alright.
Really? That's great!
I was shocked.
We're headed to EMBERMYST.
Zack raises an eyebrow at me.
You found someone who knows the way.
Yep. Point to Amelia.
Interesting.
Alright, now that we have our team, what do we do now?
There's no point in beginning our journey when the sun is almost gone.
That's true.
I should return to the academy before my disappearance is observed.
Good idea. We can reconvene here tomorrow morning.
The three of us leave Zack alone, and Amelia heads out of the inn. Just as she leaves, a group of young adults burst in. They laugh loudly and their cheeks are flushed as if from dancing or running. A silk lit of flowers is on each of their heads. Leanna gasps.
Oh, the festival!
I was thinking about a festival, maybe. Festival?
Yeah, it's a celebration of the spring equinox. Do you want to go check it out?
That's funny, I have a friend that's named Equinox. Sounds fun. Leanna
It is.
Leanna.
It's one of my favorite festivals.
Hold on, guys. Whoa, really? I've only been recording for 22 minutes. Wow. I didn't expect that at all. We exit the inn, although the moon has turned to place in the sky with the sun. The streets are still bustling with people. Lena and I follow the crowd until we reach the town square. Colored strings of crystal lights hang from the large cherry trees, lining the perimeter of the square. Their lights build soft rainbows on the smiling face of the townsfolk. The heavenly aroma of spice and cream entices me towards the festivities. A simple stand is set up on one side of the square where musicians play a jaunty tune. They tap their feet in time to the beat as dances swirl around the center of the square. As we pass through the square, giggling girls offer circles of flowers. Nina Harper's accepts hers and puts the girl lights on her head.
It's so beautiful. Everything looks so different.
Her eyes sparkle and she taps her feet to the rhythm of the music as she watches the pairs of dancers jumping and twirling. For the first time since we met, Leanna's face holds no trace of caution. My eyes are drawn to her as a smile lights up her entire face. Aww. She turns towards me and I quickly look away. I hope she catches me staring.
Would you like to dance?
Ooh, yes, please. I'm up for some definitely grinding. Are you serious? My bad voice is. Time for some grinding. Sure, but
Oh? How do you normally dance?
her eyes glare as she waits expectantly. It's Raven or content. Well, I need a partner.
Okay.
Nina holds out her hands in one smooth motion. I grab her hand and spin her into me.
Oh,
Flash her a winning smile as I gently dip her. The cheeks flush as I bring her back up.
that's actually really nice. Let me show you how we do it here.
She takes my hands and pulls me to a more secluded area on the dance floor.
For this song, we're gonna raise our right hands up like this so they touch.
She bends her elbow and holds up her arm to eye level, and she moves my arm so it matches hers. I can feel the warmth of her fingers as they brush my own.
Our hands will stay here, and then we use our right foot to step
Sounds a
to the
little-
right. Then left foot back. Then we'll shift our weight front and back in a ball change.
The volume of his voice sounds low. As she speaks, she demonstrates the steps.
Then we do the same thing on the left. Left foot left, right foot back, and ball change. Then we step to the right and spin from behind. Come on, try it with me.
Alright, we get into position and Leona counts off.
5, 6, 7, 8.
What's that step? Here. Oh man, all the Axis version. Minigame will be available in future builds. Dance well. Match Leona and I step with my right foot.
That's it.
Then I step with my left foot back and I do a board change. Next we do the same thing on the left side, then we step with our right foot and spin. Oh man, really. Dance well. Step to the right and spin from behind. Leona and I are a step apart. Did we do this right? Are we supposed to be this far apart?
Yeah.
Normally we'd be
facing our new partners, and we do the whole thing over again, starting with our left foot. And once that's done, we'll be facing each other again.
That's cool. We go through the steps in no time and I manage to dance it for.
Wow, you're a natural. Are you sure you've never done this before?
Her warm grin is infectious, and I find myself grinning just as broadly. It's because I had such a great teacher. Cheeks flush, and she's about to reply. Our gazes meet. Ooh, yeah. Lena's breath catches in her throat, and she seems to forget what she's about to say. For a second, I forget about the crowds of people around us. All I can see is her. Ah. Ooh. Then someone jostles us, and we quickly look away. What just happened here? No! I catch a glancing at me, and she smiles shyly.
So, do you think you're ready to join the rest of the dancers?
I'm gone. I'm game if you are. I hold her my hand and she accepts it with that same coy smile. Then I lead her out to the dance floor. A little romance, guys. We dance late into the night until our feet ache and our throats grow hoarse from laughing. The party is still going strong as Lena and I return to the inn and head into our separate rooms. I haven't had that much fun in ages. As I fall into my bed, I enter dreamland with an immense smile on my face. Man, I thought we'd have more romance there. The next morning, we grouped downstairs at the inn as planned.
Is everyone now prepared to begin our journey?
We nod.
Then let us depart.
I like his voice acting. She leads the way out of the inn and back to the quiet city. The remnants of last night's festival littered the ground in a series of petals and general debris. To clean up details hard at work, they wear thick gloves as they half-heartedly remove the decorations and debris. I wonder how long they've been working on this. The festivities continued even after I threw in my hat and went to bed. Lena and I share a glance and she smiles. Follow Amelia through the twists and turns of the city. Where exactly are we going now?
To the Crystal Rail Station.
Crystal Rails. Sounds like it might be a train. Lena speaks before I even ask.
Where are we taking the crystal rail to?
Bazada.
She looks up in surprise.
EMBERMYST is in Bazada?
They say you can find anything there.
She shoots Zack a look which he returns with his usual stony gaze. What's so surprising about Bazada?
It's just closer than I expected.
No, EMBERMYST is not within Bazada, but Bazada is the closest station to the location of EMBERMYST.
Lena still seems skeptical, but doesn't push it. I guess we'll find out whether or not Amelia is right. Continue the rest of the way in silence. After 3 minutes, we arrive at the station. The setup is a similar version of the train stations back home. The ticket booth is right across from the entrance. While they sort out retrieving the tickets, I look around. Vendors selling food and trinkets line the perimeter of the enclosed space. The building is mostly empty at this time of morning.
We must hurry if we wish to catch the next crystal rail. It is nearing the platform.
Once we got our tickets, we rushed down a back hallway which opens up to the platform. Arriving onto the platform is a sleek bullet train, 4 lane white with widows dotting the sides. My jaw drops as I watch it hover over the tracks. Pale, long crystal rows run along the bottom of the train with identical crystal rows lining the track. It's not that big a deal. It's so cool. I feel almost giddy as we line up to the board. I can't believe I'm about to ride on a hover train. Lena cocks her head to the side.
Is this not something you're used to?
Not exactly. We have trains too, but they mostly run on diesel and electricity now. But the original models were powered by steam. Lena's eyes widen.
That must be some powerful magic.
That's not magic. That's just boiler water. This is magic. Lena smiles.
Hi.
The Pingo eyes the crystals on the train, his mouth open in anticipation. Lena notices and snatches him up.
Hi.
He lingers at first, but after she gives him a few pats on the head, he calms down and grins at her. We are about to board the train when the attendant stops us.
Sorry, Pongas are not allowed due to equipment which are sensitive to energy absorption.
Oh.
No. Lena looks sadly at the blue guy in her arms.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I think this is where we say goodbye.
He blinks back at her in confusion, a worried smile on his face.
Hi.
Lena's lip trembles.
I'm sorry.
She gives him a final hug and sets him down on the ground. Then with glassy eyes full of tears, she rushes... What? Full of tears, really? Wow. She rushes into the train. The Pingo blinks.
Hi.
Oh. Amelia cocks her head to the side and looks at it. The Pingo mimics her.
Hi. I have not known you long, but I will be saddened to see you go.
She nods and then hops onto the train. Zack looks at the Pingo instantly and his hand protects 6 guns. Yep, that's true.
Try not to eat anyone else's weapon.
Hi.
I don't think he knows what's going on. The Pingo blinks at Zack's retreating form. Finally, it's my turn. I guess it's goodbye. I will miss you. He blinks and grins.
Hi.
I didn't expect this to be so difficult. He cocks his head to the side and tries again.
Hi.
I'm sorry, little buddy, but this is as far as we can go together.
Hi.
He tries to hop onto my shoulder as he's done so many times in the past, but I don't let him. I'm sorry, but you have to stay here.
Hi.
It's so sad. I quickly turn away and head onto the train. While other people board the train, I join the rest of my group. Lena tries to control sniffles, while Amelia looks down at her feet. Zack acts as casual as always, but the nod he gives me feels like luster. We're all feeling the loss of the Pingo. That's sad. It was my false friend when I came to this board. After we've had a moment to compose ourselves, we search for our train cabin. We pass through a few cars before we finally find our cabin towards the end of the train. Amelia slides open the door and shuts it immediately.
Impossible.
What's going on? She opens the door again and we all appear inside. Inside the cozy cabin are plush seats, a rack above the seats to hold any luggage, and a rectangular table in the center. There is also a Pingo bouncing happily. What? Are you serious? There's also a Pingo bouncing happily on the seats. Oh my goodness.
Pongo!
Lena squirrels excitedly and scoops back up into her big hug. We all file into the cabin afterward. Pull and shut the door before anyone notices the Pingo. I would actually not keep him in there. I would just get him out. Like, I would just get him off the train because maybe it could actually interfere with the equipment. So when Lena notices our stairs, she clears her throat and sets it back down.
But how did you get in here?
Seriously, weren't you just outside a second ago? How do you get in here and find our cabin before we did?
Hi. Impossible.
I think the Pingo broke Amelia. What? Zack, as unfazed as always, plops down into one of the seats and leans back.
Some things just can't be explained.
With how often the Pingo seems to disappear and reappear unexpectedly, you'd think we'd be used to it by now. I take a seat as well, and Bingo hops into my lap. Leona pouts as the Bingo moves away from me. Amelia seems to have recomposed herself and also takes a seat. Not much later, I feel the joke of the train departing and hear the calming hum of the engine. Both Lena and Amelia stare out of the window. Zack has his head down and his arms crossed. I think he may be asleep. It's hard to tell. Remembering how I found him at the campsite, I can only assume this guy can literally sleep anywhere. My eyes feel droopy too. I want to see how... 23 minutes. Alright. Wow. I really went all out last night and did not get enough sleep. I doubt anyone would mind if I just caught up on a few of those hours I lost. When I awaken, everyone else is awake too, and I'm looking more bored than ever. Only the Pingo snoozes in my lap. How long was I asleep for? Lena glances at me.
Just a few hours.
Are we almost there?
No. We will not arrive before tomorrow.
What? Tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeesh, what am I going to do with all this spare time? I automatically reach into my pocket to pull out my phone, forgetting for a second that it doesn't work. Shoot. But then my hand closes in on something really good. I pull out my deck of cards and lay out on the table. Lena cranes her neck to see better.
What do you have there?
My cards. Want to play something? There's enough people that can play cheat.
How do you play that?
It's easy. Each round you will put a card from your hand face down on the center of the table and say what card it is, like this. Put one down as an example. One king. Then everyone else at the table can decide whether or not I'm telling the truth. I think I'm lying. You call it Cheeto, and I will have to reveal the card. If I was lying, then I would take all the cards in the pile. If I was telling the truth, then whoever accused me takes all the cards in the pile, and the next person starts me around. That's actually something that sounds like it's fun. You win by having no cards in your hand.
Sounds like fun. I'll play.
Amelia looks thoughtful.
Although I have not partaken in this game before, this sounds like it would be a stimulating challenge.
Glance at Zack. You in? Shakes his head.
I'll pass.
Do they even know what cards are? He's bored. And
Why not? I know that mercenaries love card games. And it's not like there's much else to do while we wait.
Never mind, I was wrong.
It's just not my type of game.
I do know. Ouch. I guess no game then. Let's up the stakes here. As a mercenary, I think I know what can spark his interest. What if we play for money? Sets up and looks at me.
I thought you didn't have money.
I do have money. Fish in my pockets jump loose change I remember. It's just not usable here. Amelia leans in close and peers at the money. Even Lena takes an interested glance. Wow.
I fail to recognize this type of currency.
Well, I'm not exactly from Missouri yet. Amelia stares attention at me again. After a long pause, she looks back at the coins.
I see.
I point out the different types of change I have. Make sure you get the pennies that are the most valuable. That's funny.
Are these not made from copper?
Yes. They were. Are these not made? Well, they are made from copper.
And the nickel would be made from nickel.
Also, yes.
Then suffice it is to say, should not the nickel be more valuable than the penny?
Damn, she got me. Zack leans back and you see.
If it's not money I can use, then I'm not interested.
Zack.
I will pay you for his coins.
Okay. Well, there you go. She wants the money. Zack sits back up.
Go on.
That's funny.
For any coin of his you receive, I will trade you one of our coins.
That's cool.
Amelia, you really don't have to do that.
I know.
Lena looks uneasily between Zack and Amelia.
Alright. Deal.
As Zack settles in, I deal out the cards. Zack frowns when he looks at his hand.
These cards are strange.
Like I said, I'm not from Missouri. I give a brief rundown of the sweets and face cards. When I look up from my hand, I see Amelia staring at me. It's getting a little uncomfortable. Let's talk. Oh wait, is she rude? Is she like us now? Is she interested in us now? We all throw our coins on the table. I'll go first. I drop a card from face down on the table. 110. Silence, go on your X. Okay, Lena, it's your go.
Okay.
She slides a card onto the table. Face completely blank.
1, 2.
Ooh. I bet she's telling the truth. Nobody else calls for Isla. Amelia's reaction. No, I can't go back. This is not a game that I can go back. Well, Amelia's go. We'll face even more stoic than Leona's. Amelia places a card onto the table.
1 queen.
I don't know, but she looks like a queen, so I need to Cheeto. Damn it! Shoot. I have the pie. Amelia steps out of the poker face. Finally, it's Zach's go. In usual Zach fashion, he stokily sips a card down.
2 8s.
Cheater.
Whoa, she was fast. Without breaking from his poker face, he flips over the card to very difficult. And an 8. Silently, he clicks a pile. Count how many cards each person has in their hands, and whoever has the lowest one so far clicks the fourth round of bets. And do it in our next round of bets. Okay, me again. Let's stay with truth. Let's stick with truth. I don't know what that is. Should I tell? Poker face. Keeping my face is still in points. Spoke. Slip 2 cards onto the table. 2 3s. Nobody calls me out so far so good. Wait, what did we choose? 2. Yeah, because we chose something else. Lena looks slightly worried at her hand and sneezes her face.
2 aces.
Let me read that again. Lena looks slightly worried at her hand. So she looks worried, so... And smooths her face. Lena looks slightly worried at her hand. Just wondering what to do. How do you cheat? I saw the moment we wore. She's definitely cheating. Cheeto. Probably it's over 2 aces. Fuck, really? No, I got tricked. She giggles. Amelia puts her cards.
2 7s.
2 7s. Cheeto. Are you serious? Why isn't no cheating? Seriously again? She slats the bottle up to me and I catch a glimpse of a smile. It looks like she's enjoying my pain. Are you serious? Nobody's cheating, only Zach? That's kind of dumb. Without delay, Zach lays down his cards.
2 5s.
Before anyone else has a chance to react, because
Cheater.
Zach crumbles and moves forward, Zach as he clears the pile.
Why did you bother bluffing when you were the one starting a new pile?
That's the best time to bluff. Nobody expects you to.
Well, Amelia expected it.
Zach looks sideways at Amelia.
Because she's some kind of mind-reading witch.
That's funny. Amelia looked smug at Zach's disgruntled mess. The bet for this round goes and we started a new plot. Back to me again. I'm gonna do truth. I like to stick with that, what I do best. I might try out Lena's of tricking me. Maybe she will fall for her own check. I purposely let it slip on my face, but I might be lying. 1 king. Nobody. Guess. Aw man, nobody. Nobody calls me out. I guess once that's been done, it would be hard to pull it again. Oh well. Lena lays down a card.
1 king.
What is she doing? Are you serious? I'm gonna Cheeto. Triumphantly flips over a card.
You weren't the only one with that card.
Are you serious?
Even if you were telling the truth the last round.
Guess you would never know. Are you serious? I thought... Ah, man, I hate this. I keep losing. Maya wears the same stony face and puts on a card.
1 jack.
Pass. Again, I can't get a read on it, so I fell back and cried. Zach plays
1 6.
Again, Amelia's fascinating.
Cheater.
Zach growls in frustration.
How do you know every single time?
He just stares at him with some blank stare, which frustrates Zach even more.
This is the dumbest game ever.
Throws his cards down the table and knocks his coins across his arms. Lena jumps away from the table as Zach hits it. Her eyes wide, and Melody taken back and jolt back, which wakes the bingo. Only Amelia remains unfazed.
Boy?
Wow. So, should we keep playing?
Of course.
What? Zach picks his cards back up. What is that noise? What the hell? Weird noise. Lena and I glance at each other and burst out laughing. It folds. Amelia looks at us and I hear this like little noise. I don't know if it's a game. At first, Amelia looks at us in bewilderment. Her laughter is so contagious that she breaks a smile.
Are we playing or what?
We resume the game with smiles all around, except for Zach. The longer we played, the more into the game everyone became. Needless to say, Amelia guessed Zach's cheats every single time, much to Zach's ever-growing frustration. But I never told the truth, so in the end, I won the game with the faults to run out of cards. Sweet. Really? How? When we were tired of cheat, I taught them a couple of other games. It was late tonight when we all decided to turn in and go to sleep. The sun shines brightly through the window and splashes on my face, forcing me awake. Lena and Amelia are both already awake, but Zach still has his head down as if he's still asleep. I look outside and squint at the sky. What time is it?
It's already past noon. We slept through the entire morning.
Wow. Did? Leanna giggles at my alarm.
Normally that would be a bad thing, but in this case it's okay. We're almost at Bazada.
I nod. Zach Raja wakes up and we all make sure we have all of our things. After another hour or two, the train stops and announces our arrival to Bazada. What happens when people see the Pango still on, like coming out of the train? I don't get that. The sun hangs high in the sky as one by one we step off the train. As soon as I set foot in the city, I'm assaulted by the sound of voices. Makeshift stalls line the sides of roads and alleys as people pack the streets. Traders in place on lookers to view their orders and customers arguing did chatting matches. Are we going to have to travel through that match at the spot of getting trapped amidst the sea of people, like sardines when we came?
We have arrived in Bazada.
This is where we'll find EMBERMYST.
No, as I said, it is the closest city to EMBERMYST.
Considering the bustle of this place, I find it a little hard to believe that it's so close. No one in Leona seemed so surprised. Amelia seems to read my thoughts.
Of course, close is a relative term. We must first traverse some rough terrain and pass through the forest before we find EMBERMYST.
Wow. She points towards the south where I can make out the tips of treetops, and then she points to the sky.
Considering only a few hours remain before nightfall, it may be in our best interest to spend the evening here in the city and depart in the morning.
Lena nods.
Good thinking. This marketplace is so huge. People say you can literally buy your heart's desires here.
Is there something you're thinking of buying?
Nothing in particular, but I would like to check out the stalls. Traders from all over the world gather here to sell their wares.
Hoi!
I glanced down on my feet and watched the bingo wiggle and said, He casts hungry looks into the crowd. Is there a lot of magic here? I haven't seen this guy since the foot tried to eat me. Amelia bends down and scrutinizes him. She pokes him with a finger and the bingo giggles.
Hi, boy!
I'm going to the inn. I'll meet up with you later.
Before any of us can react, Zach into the crowd. Should we go after him? Amelia doesn't even point at Zach anymore. She's too preoccupied with the bingo. Leona shakes her head.
No, but since Zach left, I'm going to go too. Should we meet back up at the inn?
Sure. So wait, what am I doing? What am I gonna do? She nods and heads to the crowd. Since everyone else seems to know what they want to do, what do I want to do? I'm like, yeah, this is my first time being away from Amelia. I mean, not Amelia. That. The other girl. Yeah, so, yeah, it's my first time being away from Amelia. Go shopping with Amelia. Be alone. Go shopping with Amelia. I head in the same direction I think Lena's going. Lena gone and duck into the crowd, trying not to bump into too many people as I go to the marketplace. I've never seen a place like this crowded before. It doesn't feel like I'm walking so much as being pushed past everyone. Despite all the people I'm passing by the market stalls, which sell all different types of merchandise, ranging from clay pottery to magic amulet's. As I'm being pulled through the crowd, I see a glimpse of blonde hair and white armor. That must be Leanna. I wade through the crowd and see Leanna frozen place. Hey, Leanna. She blinks at me.
Hey!
How's the marketplace so far?
Really interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff I haven't seen before.
She seems distracted.
Do you smell that?
I breathe in deeply. It smells silent. It smells silent but deadly. It smells fruity and sweet. And overwhelming sweet smells wafts high on the breeze. There's really no way I can.
I think it's coming from that stall over there. Come on!
She darts back into the crowd and going to a stop at a stall filled with glass bottles. Is this perfume?
Yes, welcome, welcome!
A tan man in silken robes pushes us close to the stall and selects a glass bottle for pale pink liquid and offers it to Leanna.
A noble scent to match such a noble woman.
Lena blushes and delicately sniffs the bottle, her eyes widen in recognition.
Is that extract of spirit orchid?
The man grins broadly and clasps his hand together.
Yes, yes, very rare, from the far celestial mountains.
I never expected to find this perfume here.
What is it? Lena offers me the bottle and I take a tentative whiff. It smells fruity, like a cross between an apple and a pear. This is a flower. She nods.
The spirit orchid. It only grows in the deep forest of the Celestial Mountain Range.
Why is it called the spirit orchid?
The roots are a very pale white. And when it grows, it almost looks like it's floating midair, like a spirit.
Cool. That's kind of neat. She nods absently. I've never heard that word before. He continues to hold the bottle. Do you want to get it? Lena quickly shakes her head.
Oh, sorry. It just reminds me of home. My grandmother used to wear this perfume whenever she left the house. When I was little, that meant taking me down to the market.
She smiles fondly, looking on memory, but her eyes have a hint of sadness.
I loved wandering the shops and stalls. It didn't matter if I had nothing to buy. It was a chance to leave the house and be like everyone else.
It sounds like you didn't get to go out much.
It was complicated.
She doesn't offer up any more information between the card to a blank spot on the shelf. Although she's been very helpful in helping me sense where Lena doesn't talk about her past much. Glanced her again, she looks pensively at the bottle. I've never heard that word either. A small crease in her brow. Suddenly a new scent cuts through the floor of perfumes. It smells of cinnamon and spice cookies. Hey Leanna, do you smell that? She jolts out of her thoughts and blinks.
Smell what?
I think it's coming from the stall over there. I grin and just as she did before, I dart back up the street.
Hey, wait!
Haha. We weave through the people before stopping in front of the stall and serpent baked goods. Breathe in the heavenly sweetness of sugar and flag. Lena closes her eyes and
It
inhales.
smells so delicious!
I browse the array of cookies and tiny cakes. Lena gasps.
They have cinnamon parfaits. I love those.
Looks so cute. More of those.
They're cinnamon and vanilla custard layers with apricots. What do you think looks good?
Actually, that cinnamon parfait you mentioned sounds really good.
They are. And they're not super sweet either, which is why I like them.
I fish in my pocket from the news on the restaurant. Today's streets are on me. Lena looks confused.
Are you sure you want to use your life savings?
It is actually my life savings. I check up. Don't worry, you've been very generous towards me ever since Meadow Hill. At least I can do for you. I know it's not much, but at least please consider this as a token of my appreciation. Lena smiles bashfully.
Thank you.
I grin, then pay for some help for Lena and a dessert for myself. Cheers. I hooded my dessert to take because the sweetness melts on my tongue. I let out a sigh. It's better than I imagined. Lena giggles and lets out a equally happy sigh as she bites into a wholesome parfait.
This is why I love markets.
I nod in agreement as we return to the street. One of the guards in the marketplace notices Lena's image. Guild emblem was cool to talk.
Sorry, I need to take this.
Since this looks like official business, I better leave the beat. Can catch it later then. She smiles.
Okay.
How lovely. Oh, she's awesome. Swear Amelia's up to. Let's just get Amelia. Staying by our crew. Why Amelia remembers to herself. She says being in the middle of something with parents or cousins.
Male. Adolescent. Of a cerulean variant.
She holds out her bracelet to the finger booth and looks back at her. Amelia cocks her head to a submission of absorbs it. With Amelia's attention still on him, the finger scoots close to the bracelet.
Go on.
He cautiously sniffs at the bracelet with his tongue out to the ear. Afterwards, hands bar the area.
Interesting. Normally, a cerulean pongo will leave out even the slightest trace of magical residue.
Amelia doesn't have a chance to finish it because Amelia swings through her arms. I was right. I like it. She fumbles the catch and pulls the thing up to just as it does.
What do you think you're...
Her voice trails off as she looks down at the still smiling. Aw, so cute. She looks so cute. Amelia blinks as the caution melts away from her face. The corners of her mouth curl up in a smile and she squeezes the finger and cut off. The pingo squeezes as he's squished against her chest. Awesome. Wait, what do you mean join in? Join in the hug or? Is there room for one more? I step in close and try to wrap my arms around him, but Amelia interrupts me.
No.
No.
As can be witnessed, my arms are incapable of holding both you and the pongo.
You could just hold me instead. She gives me a confused
But it is not you of which I am interested.
I sigh and look away sadly. It never is. She clears my throat.
Regardless, I am going to the apothecary.
Apothecary? I don't know what that is. Can we just heal with magic?
Yes, there are mages who specialize in healing magic, but they use earth magic which neither Leanna nor I possess. As such, you will need to purchase healing items to treat a wound.
It makes sense to me. Would you like me to go with you?
No, it will be faster if I go alone.
Before I even have a chance to react, she turns on her heel and walks away. As she goes, the finger pops its face over her shoulder and breathes to me.
Boy.
I sing a tear rolls down his cheek. Oh, here you go. I reach out for him as between his girls. Wait a minute, why is he making that face? I could literally leave at any time and just come back to me. Come back. Turns around and disappears from my view. Sneak later, Bingo. Check on Zach. I don't really want to, but yeah, we're not. Zach went straight to in Numia to what's going on at all these things I like to know about too. I rushed into the street to look for any sign of them. Luckily I managed to spot Zach and grab before the speed people. Shoving my way down the street, I finally look at him just to see Zach. He stands in front of the large notice board for the papers. I've been doing this all day. This long video, guys. As I get closer, I can make out some of the flyers, which include a parfait of a scowling face and a large monetary envelope. Zach checking out wanted posters, movies with a specific content. I went to call out to him when a young blonde wearing a skin-tight suit and armor glances over to him. Nice. Drawing the log veil between her fingers, she seems to study the board. Every so often she shoots pointed glass at Zack, but she catches things. So she never wavers from the board. Finally, she speaks.
Do you have a bounty on your heart?
Okay. For the first time since we arrived, Zack looks at her. She grins devotion.
Because I'm looking to collect.
He refocuses. Oh, he does. He actually does have a bounty. He refocuses on the board and she frowns. For a second attempt, she bumps up her April chest and touches his arm as she speaks in a silvery, sweet voice.
So, are you a bounty hunter?
Zack shrugs her arm off of him.
No.
Then you must be a mercenary.
Doesn't answer. She seems to take that as a sign of encouragement and a sultry smile returns. She leans in close to him and runs her fingers on his arm.
I've got a mission that I could use some help with. Are you for hire?
Again, Zack brushes her hands off of him and steps away from her.
No.
Oh. She seems a little taken back, but quickly recovers his eyes, goes to him.
Are you sure there isn't something I could offer to change your mind?
No.
She sighs for a past dream. That smile. Same smile, that's how I smile now.
Geez, you're kind of dense. I was hoping to spend some intimate time with you. So, what do you say?
No thanks. But if I'm ever in need of your services, then I'll go find you at the brothel.
The woman's eyes grow wide like saucers with a sharp puff. She tries to slap Zack, who sidesteps out of the way. It's a brothel. It is. I think it's like, it's kind of like a strip club, maybe? I'm not sure. She lets out another huff before storming off. Watch her leave. I'm not interested in such services. Wait, what? Ooh, what? Just as she's about to pass me, I stop her. Excuse me. I'm not interested in service, but I still am. Oh my goodness. Again, her face fits into her and she raises her hand. I tip out of the way and her hand holds the piece through here. She screams in frustration.
I am not a prostitute!
That's funny. Her voice rings shrilly and the sudden silence and then she connects around in horror as all eyes are on her. Then she buries her face in her hands and races outside, leaving whispered murmurs behind her. That's funny, but that was weird. I go stand beside Zack. Apparently she's not for her.
So I heard.
I take a look at the wanted post on the board. Most of these fights look like general rather than scar paintings I mentioned. Is this what you had to take care of the Lumia? Zack fixes his expression, eyes on me. When the reports reached Lumia, the first thing he did was find her. And then when we keep her, you didn't react. Zack, same thing. Relax and sound slightly and
just staying up to date on the news.
Sounds like the life of a mercenary. It's pretty interesting.
Something like that.
Excuse me, are you a mercenary?
What the fuck? Are you kidding me? As one, Zack and I embrace another slightly dressed woman. This one has furry and red hair and a mischievous glint in her eye. Zack narrows his eyes.
Yes?
Are you sure you're not a rogue? Because you've just stolen my heart.
Oh my gosh. Zack sighs and face pumps. Yeah, I would do the same thing. Ouch, my hair. Oh, man. Ouch, man. I just hit my hand a little. Oh, yeah, I would do the same thing. I have a bad feeling about this. Zack ends up shaking her off and switches from 2 buyers drink. I'm ready for a little bit of me time. I head into Graz to push all of the mud crystals off. To explain the city, I meet up with the rest of the group back in the inn. Tensions are high as we meet in silence. I think everyone is a mixture of weariness and anxiety for the next leg of our journey. Even the penguin is strongly silent and obedient. Once we finish eating, we head upstairs to find our rooms. Upon finding her room, Leona suddenly pokes up.
Oh, Amelia! You and I will be sharing our room tonight.
Amelia speaks dismissively.
Naturally. That would be more appropriate than the alternative.
She pauses, then looks at Leona.
Are you insinuating that you would rather share a bedroom with them?
Amelia points to Zack and me.
What? No! Of course not!
Wow, what's up with our
my mistake. Of course you could not have met both of them. there aren't nearly enough beds. You must have meant him.
Amelia points to me. Ooh, Lena face. Oh, like she blushes. Lena face turns pink and she shakes her head.
Amelia! That's not true!
If that is false, then why is your face red?
The point is, I'd obviously rather share a room with you.
Amelia blinks.
If that is the case, then why even bring it up?
Because I'm excited. It'll be nice to have some girl time.
Amelia stares at Lena and nods.
I concur. Sharing a room has proven to strengthen bonds amidst peers and foster camaraderie.
I've never heard camaraderie. I've never heard that
You
word
mean
before.
make friends?
Precisely.
She's very smart. Lena grins and Amelia smiles back.
Hoi?
We all glance down at the pink above feet. Is it my imagination, or is he trying to ask us which room is he going to sleep in tonight? Amelia snatches him up in her arms.
The Pongo needs to spend the night with us tonight. We need him for science.
As Amelia slips into their bedroom, Lena nods rapidly.
Yes, for science.
I don't get it. And follows Amelia into the same situation. There's a moment of silence at Zach. I stare at the closed door.
Is it just me, or did that seem unusually suspicious to you?
It did, actually. I'm like, what? Use me. Is that Pingo really that special? Use me instead. What do you mean? I don't know what they mean by use me instead, though. I kind of have a feeling, but it could be not right. But I'm just going with definitely suspicious. But I'm not even sure why. Still baffled by what happened. Zach went into our room and get ready for bed. Although the train was more comfortable than I expected, it cannot compare to a real bed. As I snuggled into the blankets, I soon drifted into Hold on, guys. It's an hour. Oh my gosh, dude. What time is it? It's 3:52. Oh my goodness. I was actually looking at doing 2 hours of this. Let me think, guys. No, I'm not gonna do 2 hours. Well, Zach and I awaken at dawn and suddenly go about preparing for the day. As I grab a few items off my bed, I look over at Zach, who's fiddling with his gun. That guy sure gives his discharge a lot of attention. Morning. He glances up and nods.
I'm heading down. Meet me there when you're ready.
Sure. Zach shoulders his back and leaves. This is probably the quietest morning I've had so far. It's a little strange. I pack up the last of my things and follow Zach downstairs, where I find him waiting alone. Where are Lena and Amelia? He shrugs.
Still getting ready, I guess.
Okay. That's unusual. Lena is generally the first one up. We wait a couple more minutes before the girls finally show up, carrying the bingo with them. Amelia smiles widely at the bingo and grins back. Those two seem to be good mood. Lena, on the other hand, looks exhausted. Good morning. What were they doing last night? Things are hailing. Hey, Lena. Ooh, she masks a lot.
Morning.
Yeah. Jeez, what happened last night? You look exhausted. She's blushing. You know, glances at Amelia and blushes.
As per our last conversation, there was science to be done.
Right! Science.
I'm curious
Boy!
what happened. Zach looks just as bewildered as I do. I think I might have been better off not knowing. Okay then.
We should move on so we don't lose any daylight.
Zach looks over at Amelia, who rummages through the bag. Eventually, she pulls out a map. I glance at the carefully detailed points and reviews. Suddenly, I'm missing my GPS.
We will proceed eastward through the forest adjacent to
That's
Bazada. From there, we will travel northbound towards the Sonoa Mountains.
Finger strolls across the locations.
Assuming there are no divergences in the course, we should arrive in EMBERMYST by midday. Any inquiries?
Amelia folds the map and glances at the rest of us. We all look at each other.
Then let us begin our journey.
Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more. Also comment down below on what what game you want me to play next, and also what do you like about this anime game. And yeah, I will get this next time. Bye guys.